you do that? How did you do that?
Welcome back everyone. Today is not actually a build video, today is an update on the PTS on a very particular set that has been sitting on the shelf for a very, very long time. Basically, this particular set has been considered on paper something that would be amazing for a long time throughout the game. Came in originally in Imperial City DLC, and it's had ups and downs and left and rights and all that kind of stuff. But the one thing we always wanted this to do was work on more than one target at a time. Now, basically, the set is called Sheer Venom. Max stamina, weapon damage, nice. But when you deal damage with an execute ability, you put a poison damage over time on the target. So, this is an execute. That does damage the lower the target's health. There's lots of those in the game, loads of different ones. Some are class specific, some are weapon specific, some are passive specific. But executes in general basically make that set apply. Some situations, obviously, you don't really use executes unless you're really, really low health on the target in front of you. But let's just say, for argument's sake, it works anyway, regardless of the timing of the skill, as long as it is activated. Now, of course, another one like that is a two-hander reverse slice. That's also an execute. If you hit the target with it, you will be presented with this damage over time on the target. We'll just demonstrate that real quick. We'll hit one single target skeleton, and we'll show you what it does. So technically, you don't have to use the execute at execute if you're using it for the set's purpose. You could just do this. And as you can see, there's a poison damage over time effect on it, which can also proc a poison status effect, which if you're a DK, you know very well that will give you 500 stamina back, which is great. And that actual poison status effect that you saw apply there does apply quite a lot from this damage over time proc. Yes, of course, it fired the first time and not the second, but if you want to rewind it and go to the first one, it actually applied it twice. It overwrote. So you can get very, very lucky with it. And it's not bad at all. You got double dots there from one poison ability giving you a status effect plus just using one skill to do it. Now, how was this buffed to hell and back? Now, let's just look here, by the way. We're using a one-piece bonus here, just saying. 11.5. Deadly. 13.3. Deadly boosts the crap out of it. 20%. Anyway, that's not relevant. That's just an idea that you can put things together. This applies when you use an execute ability. All the enemy has to be is under 100% health. So, we'll look at this, shall we? We'll hit him with this. Well, the hit made him go under 100% health, so the dot procs any target you do. But this used to always apply to single target. Watch this. No cap, AoE, Sheer Venom, damage over time on every single target for a single spin to win. It has a 6-second cooldown and a 6-second uptime, so basically 100% uptime as long as you do this on time. How cool is that? We've waited almost 5 years for that, and now we finally have it. As you can see, of course, look for the purple background with a skull on it. Multiple targets there do have the poison status effect on them, and it gives me loads of stamina back, which is very, very nice indeed. It does proc quite a lot. But what else can this be used for? It's not just spin to win, because what about the other stamina type stuff that you want to use, perhaps? Well, here's the thing. If you go into your weapons and you decide that you want to use a two-hander for argument's sake, which I'll put one on now, then, of course, you have reverse slice. Now, one of the morphs is single target, so you won't benefit from that. You will just hit the single target during execute and hit them harder. This one has splash damage. So, instead of just being like this, on one target, it hits them bloody all. That is mental. As you can see, poison status effect, poison status effect. On multiple targets, loads and loads of stamina back, very nice. Now, obviously, not all classes benefit from the poison status effect in terms of stamina return. We're talking about the combustion passive hit, so this hit. But, regardless, it is still extra damage. So you get the 13k poison damage over time, which can be boosted with champion points and penetration and all that good stuff. And then you get the 6-second damage over time from the poison status as well, if you're lucky. It procs about as much as a bleed does from a one-hander or two-handed axe. Now, here's another thing. It is damage over time. So, let's put on a set that fires from damage over time. And just remember, procs don't proc procs, right? Well, sometimes they do. Sometimes they do on purpose. Sometimes they get overlooked. So let's put on a Zerblight. And we will do 1 execute. It's ticking. And the poison status effect will count as another tick, so it's even quicker. So if we just keep that up once every 6, everything's exploding already. As you can see. Simple as that. Sheer Venom and a Zerblight just for executing in area of effect, take it to PvP and kill people in the face. You're welcome. Now, of course, if you wanted to go full out poison nerd, you could, of course, do this. And then this is just a finisher, to be fair, just for shits and giggles. This is not a build. This is just showing the potential of what you could do with other stuff. Things that people don't usually consider putting together. And even if they do, they never actually try it. They just put it on paper and go, oh, that might be good. You'll never get results for not testing. But just for fun, let's do this. So, Venomous has been in since the last patch. This is a very cool set. It's actually on the Sting build. That'll be in the description below. Dealing critical damage inflicts Hunter's Venom on your enemy for 10 seconds, dealing poison damage every 1 second for 10 seconds, basically. And you've got a 5-second cooldown. 6-meter radius. That's pretty good. So all we have to do now is execute to put Sheer Venom on. And if we crit with our execute, we're going to fire the set. Watch how much poison we're about to get. Boom! Look at all that. We'll even throw in a corrosive armor. We are now a poison machine. Amazing in the face. And of course, poison status effect from all the targets that are getting hit if it happens. My stamina is never going to run out. So I'm going to spam this and not run out of juice. Look at my stam bar. And I'm using Artaeum Takeaway Broth. I'm not using the buffs from the target dummy. Look at my debuffs on below, or buffs even. Check this. My recovery is 2.2k at the moment. So let's drop that down a little bit, shall we? So we'll make sure we've got the glyphs on all 3 of them. As you can see, weapon glyph damage on all of them. We've got 1.2k recovery there. Not bad. Not terrible at all. So let's do it again. With a potion on. All medium. 138 at most. Look at that. Spam for days. So in area of effect situations, all those poison status effects applying to your concussion, or combustion, sorry, passive, is amazing. And just to make it even more awkward, let's use loads of stamina. We can't run out. Infinite sustain. We'll even spam another ability. Should throw some rocks at people. It's just gonna keep filling up. Ridiculous. Anyway, people, hopefully that helped. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of a insight as to how things could or could not work together. Very, very fun indeed. And, above all, understand your passives. Most of all, of course, the purpose of this particular video is to demonstrate one of the changes. Sheer Venom, this particular change we've waited for 4, almost 5 years. It is absolutely insane. It's about time it actually hit multiple targets. It's not too overpowered on single target, but it's a very welcome change to the set. Again, bear in mind, this is PTS, so anything could change at any moment. It's not saying that this is going to hit live, but I really hope it does, because we've waited a very long time for this to actually happen. A set that was introduced in the first DLC ever in the game now actually has some proper potential rather than just being a nice proc. So first of all, thank you very much for watching. I hugely appreciate the support. If you are not subscribed already, please do hit that button. It is free. Furthermore, if you want to help support outside the channel or keep up to date with social media and ongoings and all that good stuff, there are links in the description below for Patreon, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, the website xynodegaming.com, and don't forget, of course, Twitch, where I live stream every single night except Wednesdays from 10 PM UK time onwards. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.